would you do if you were a famous singer?
If I were a famous singer, I'd go on a world tour.
What would you do if you had a lot of money?
If I had a lot of money, I'd put it in the bank.
What would you do if you invented a time machine?
If I invented a time machine, I'd go to the year of 1945.
What would you do if you were the president of Indonesia?
If I were the president of Indonesia, I'd open more job opportunities.
What would you do if you saw a ghost?
If I saw a ghost, I'd run away.
What would you do if you lost on a desert island?
If I lost on a desert island, I'd look for help.
What would you do if you were a bird?
If I were a bird, I'd fly around the world with my parents.
What would you do if you met a famous person?
If I met a famous person, I'd ask for an autograph.
What would you do if you saw a pen robbery?
If I saw a pen robbery, I'd phone the police office.
What would you do if you had a rocket?
If I had a rocket, I'd go to the space.
What would you do if you were a superhero?
If I were a superhero, I'd help the people. What about you, Putra? What would you do if you were a famous singer?
If I was a famous singer, I'd go on a tour.
What would you do if you had a lot of money?
If I had a lot of money, I'd build a big mast.
What would you do if you invented a time machine?
If I invented a time machine, I'd go on the year 1883.
What would you do if you were the president of Indonesia?
If I was the president of Indonesia, I'd increase the people's prosperity.
What would you do if you found an expensive mobile phone?
If I found an expensive mobile phone, I'd report to the police office.
What would you do if you saw a ghost?
If I saw a ghost, I'd say no.
What would you do if you were the Minister of Education?
If I were the Minister of Education, I'd give longer holiday.
What would you do if you lost on a desert island?
If I was on a desert island, I would look for help.
What would you do if you saw a fire?
If I saw a fire, I called the fire service.
What would you do if you went to Bali?
If I went to Bali, I'd visit Putra beach.
What would you do if you were a bird?
If I was a bird, I fly far away.
What would you do if you met a famous person?
If I met a famous person, I'd ask an autograph.
What would you do if you saw a bank robbery?
If I saw a bank robbery, I'd call the police.
What would you do if you had a rocket?
If I had a rocket, I'd go to the space.
What would you do if you were a superhero?
If I was a superhero, I'd help the world.
Okay, Putra, I have to go now. See you next time.